Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The minutes to the June 20th board meeting have been distributed and posted on the website. Have a motion to approve them? Jeremy? Mike? Only two, one,
You get one.
one mic tonight. Okay. All in favor? Aye. Carried. Treasurer's report.
Okay, we'll start with codes. That's the one pager. On the front, list the assets. At the bottom, note that there are no vouchers in June. And on the back is the savings and checking account. Not much of a change from last time. And the district reports. Front page, top, the assets. Bottom, the liability, what we owe. Page 2 and 3. Budget versus the actual. Four and 5 is the previous year comparison. 6 and 7 are the bank account pages. And on page 8 is the referendum. I put in the cost of the new vehicle, though we haven't paid it. I put it in so that you know you don't have, of the 60,000 that's earmarked, 35,000 is going towards the cost of the vehicle. So you only have 24,000 to spend on other things. I added the referendum for the equipment to purchase the portable radios, 90,000. We approved last month, and that is official as of July 20th, so Wednesday. That will become official. Bottom of the page, I also added the last two at the bottom. You passed a motion and set to pay up to $6,000 for the tools. So far, the bill came in at $4,668. And at the very bottom, I don't think we've got anything yet on those pigtails, the hose extensions. But you approved up to $1,000 for that.
So the Milwaukee tools, is that purchase complete?
We still have a few blades and stuff to get the, other than that, the bulk of it's complete.
Yeah, page 9 is service awards. You look at the bottom, 3 items. We deposited $34,903. That was to pay for the points earned last year. We took out $144,090, and that was to pay those that took their money this year, but it was based on last. And finally, the value of the fund, we lost $60,000 in June. So our total now is $837,554. And 10, 11, and 12 are the vouchers. And I've got a note on page 12. Up at the top where it says telephone internet provider, Verizon Wireless. There's 2 bills. The first Verizon Wireless is May 11th to June 10th. And at the bottom of that list, there's another 4 cell phones. That's January 11th to July 10th. They're two different ones, so I don't want you to think they're the same. Also, the second one, 12 routers with a cell phone. The first one is the June 8th bill, and the second one is the July 8th bill. They're not duplicates. And the third one doesn't belong there. Waste Management of New York. The June service fee of $296, that is under Building and Grounds on page 11. Okay, that's a typo. So tonight we got 54 district vouchers, 2 credit cards, 3 overtime, and no code. On the overtime, there's 5 of them in here. 2 because January 1st was an overtime payment for June. And the next payment on July 29th is going to be overtime for July. So we come to there's 2 of them in here. It's not, they're not getting paid overtime twice this month. July 1st was June's payment, and July 29th is July's.
I think you spoke and said January.
Oh, I'm sorry. June and July. It started with a J. Mike Malone gets the bank statements.
I think on page 10, the Colony Hardware Corporation, Milwaukee Tools, does that come out of the chief's budget?
It did, yeah. It doesn't, you say?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, I was,
It's under general
I
equipment.
thought I was on repairs of maintenance of equipment. You're right, sorry.
Just test it.
Yeah. Are there any questions for Bill? I'll entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report. Jeremy? Mike? Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. That's to do the report. A motion to approve the vouchers was audited. Jeremy? Diane? Further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And Mike Malone will review the state. We haven't got any municipal referendums to close out right. Correspondence.
The Fire District Affairs was received and distributed. In the Fire District Affairs, the IRS has announced that there's a mileage increase to 62.5 cents, and that's effective July 1st. At the organizational meeting, we made the motion to approve the mileage reimbursement at the IRS rate. So I guess you've got to decide if you're going to continue to do that or not. This afternoon, I got a letter from Baldwinsville Central Schools. They are in the process of updating the intermunicipal fuel agreement. The fuel price fluctuations are certainly impacting the administrative fee that's charged under the current agreement. Under the current agreement, there's a 5% surcharge for the administrative fee, and they're proposing changing it to a standard $8 fee per fob issued to your municipality for the administrative fee calculation. Currently, our organization has 39 fobs at $8 per fob, so that would be $312 per quarter. They just want to know if that would provide an unnecessary hardship to our organization by July 29th. I think for us, it might be a wash.
How many fobs do you have?
39. So it's 312 a quarter. They have to pull the statements to see how much of a difference that would be for us. I don't know, that does seem high.
It's cheap. It's real. It's gas.
Is there a file for the gas cans?
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I can double check the numbers, but
Well, we haven't budgeted for it. That's one thing. When are they thinking of doing this?
well, they want a response by July 29th. They're hoping to have the Board of Education act on the agreements by August 22nd. So it'd be just after. It's after our next meeting.
Yeah, it's probably fine, but just as long as we do a true up and make sure everything's.
Yeah.
But that's quarterly.
Otherwise, it's 5%. They do it because 5% is going to be a lot larger than it used to be.
I don't know.
Well,
I didn't get a
do it
chance.
In addition to the 5%.
No, it's,
Oh, I'm sorry.
changing it from a 5% to a standard fee. I think that way they get the same amount,
Right. They'll fluctuate again.
would be my guess, but I don't know how much that it's gonna affect us. I have to go through it for usage, and I didn't get a chance to do that, so. I guess you wanted, I mean, I can run some numbers and get back to you guys, if you wanna just give me the authority to respond, or give me a hit, maybe.
I'm okay with it, I think we'll do that for a second.
Yeah, I thought it was both.
Oh, yeah, just $8.
No.
I thought it was in addition to,
No,
but it's in replacement of,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, so you want
I'll make a motion to approve the pending audit by the district secretary, number of files.
Diane seconds the motion. Further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. So we also need to approve the mileage increase to 62.5 cents. Do you want me to make that motion? Diane seconds. Further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. So we did the gas. And we did the
Have you had that as of July 1st? Because I've got a bill in here that I applied that to. Because it's starting July.
the mileage was before July 1st. The bill was submitted in July, but all the mileage was accumulated before that. So was it effective for when the mileage was earned or when the bill was submitted?
Well, I would think it should be when the mileage was,
Just to clarify.
yeah. If the travel was when the mileage was at 55, then the mileage that you get, the travel was after the new,
So for travel after July 1st.
yeah, okay. Are you happy with that? Travel after
Effective
July.
soon.
All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Is that it, Amy?
I think so, yeah.
Matt?
Okay, the new training mannequin arrived, it's actually over at Station 2, so we can start using that for training. The portable radios that we started with, the truck, that was 1-4, have arrived, and they're at United right now for programming. We're just waiting for them to come back and vehicle chargers to ship, so we can put those in service. I think it's first part of August is when we're looking at those chargers to ship. The referendum for the remainder of the radios will be on Wednesday. Amy's already got the PO from Motorola that we can send to United to get that taken care of after Wednesday. So The Milwaukee, we talked about the Milwaukee stuff before, but that stuff's arriving, they're working on getting that stuff in service. I bought a few more smoke and CO detectors to replenish our stock and put in the bags on the apparatus. Those should be in the officer's room for both stations. We need to get some miscellaneous medical supplies, and they arrived, and I just had to get those distributed maybe tonight. We're still working through the punch list on truck 2, but the list is getting smaller. Jerry's been working with Vanderbilt quite a bit to get stuff resolved, so the 2 big ones are I think resolved. The bucket settling and the engine noise. So 2 big ones are done. Now we're just waiting for some real other minor stuff to get taken care of, but we're in really good shape there. We did have a couple of special events. Actually, one of the YMCA Summer Field Days, that was on the 16th. That went really good, right, Tom?
Yeah.
We had later one in truck 2 participate. Truck 2 stayed in service and actually took a call during the event. Founders Day is coming up on August 6th. Once I get the list of people that signed up, I'll assign apparatus and crews for that. It's closer. No change in our COVID policies at this time. EMS chart software, still doing really good. I think the last 4 or 5 reports I checked and no errors on it, so that's good. I always keep this one in there too, but encourage our members to either do a duty night or set up Engine 91. Guys did that Friday night. Got 1 call. Bring out a couple other ones. Of course, I always remind members to use bricks, that way we know who's responding. You know, we can wait a minute or so to get a adequate crew. You know, better off doing that. And other than that, thank you all again for your support.
Any questions for Chief Speech? Do you have anything from Chief Parker or Chief Sorrow?
I do from Chief Massaro. The only thing that he updated me on, he said he's still waiting for the roughly some quote back to us for the 6-foot jumpers. He reached out again, so he's just waiting to hear back. Hopefully we can get that quote. Get that.
I know when I dropped them off, the person that knows that was like a 3 or 4 week vacation.
So that could be
Person that knows. So,
that could be an alternate. I did not get a report from Chief Parker, but I know he's got training pretty well under control for the next few weeks.
Well, if he comes in, we'll. Okay, committee reports, building and facilities.
nothing new with Station 2.
Okay.
And I believe all those, all the roof leaks that we had, especially at headquarters, are all done. Leaking.
The ladder's still out back, so he's coming back, but got the major one fixed.
Is it a good ladder?
Coming back. We're still in a plus. Didn't take any money out.
No. That's it for building.
New truck committee.
We've had 2 meetings and we're working through a generic quote right now, or spec I should say. Right. Let's get that nailed down. Go from there. We'll move it forward. That's the main thing.
Last week of public safety, the next meeting is September 20th. basically, budget and finance, Diane and I have met, once, with Amy's out. We have another meeting scheduled next week. We received the executive budget, we received the chief's budget. So we have the information we need there. IT code.
Station board adapters, for the first 5 minutes, we'll be with Ryan together and do some testing and hopefully get up the codes and assuming they work.
Recruitment and retention. Personnel. Mike Malone and I will meet hopefully next week to do the annual reviews with staff. In the process of setting up meetings. Caretaker leader report and caretaker report, we have those in our packets. I'll take a minute to look through those. See, Jerry, here you said checked out why the air handler wasn't running. Replaced fuses. You're replacing the filters on those yourself, right?
Yeah. We'll get them graded.
Phil's is not doing that to us.
Yeah, I don't know why those fuses blew when they were all burnt right out. I guess it's been running good for a week and a half. But don't know.
Any questions for Jerry? Have John's reports through awesome. Truck maintenance.
Nothing we
Just
got
so-
back forward on the rescue one that's over. That is $2,200 to.
Well, let's just gotta get approval to order tomorrow, call them, it's up.
And we were talking about earlier, Amy, maybe Jerry will talk to you about how that occurred and maybe it might be an insurance.
I've already emailed them.
Oh,
Waiting for-
okay. Ahead of us.
But if it's not, do we want to approve it to go for him to go ahead and do the repair?
I'll make a motion to carry it forward.
I'll second.
Further discussion? All in favor?
It's 2 weeks out for parts.
Jerry, can you take the cord off the portal?
What about it?
And then spin the old portable tube onto the rails? Built-in generator?
Well, I left it is, you gotta use the hand pump, because you just have a set of hoses. I don't think those hoses are that long. I know this hose is 80 foot long, so you're gonna have to use your hand pump and use an additional set of hoses we got, plug them in.
That's why it's so expensive to eat.
He looked it up, when we went to this core hose, you pay $1,600 a piece. Now it's like 14 or something, so they run out. It's an expensive hose because there's 2 hoses inside each other. One on the outside for pressure, one on the inside for return. It's just not like a regular air hose.
Building maintenance.
Thank you.
Policy review, I thought maybe we would have a couple of SOPs, but it hasn't got those ready yet, so that will be moved to next month.
Yeah, well, and I have made a motion to approve up to $1,200 to replace the batteries in the gases at each station. for the security system. Yeah. So those are all gas things that we're running on.
So it's $1,200 to replace.
It's 9 something, but there's no shipping or anything. It's expensive to ship, so up to 1,200 to replace the batteries on the UPS systems. They're all 4 locations.
Does that mean 3 times?
Nope.
Well, 1,200 is. Jeremy made that motion. Second, Diane. Further discussion? In favor? Opposed? Carried. The public hearing was conducted last Monday, July 11th. We had pretty good, there were 37 residents present. There's a lot of input from the public. I would commend Jeremy on the presentation. I thought it was very well done. We held a leadership training seminar on July 13th at headquarters for the leadership of the fire department and fire district. We're working on a date to come back to the membership with that training seminar. And Joe Corcoran is working with Charlie on getting a date. The last I saw was perhaps that second Thursday in September, but I don't think there's confirmation on whether Dave and Lee are available that night, so.
So what they said.
What?
I replied to Assistant Chief Corcoran as you copied on it also, and I guess the next step is he replies back to him.
Yeah,
So we'll see what happens.
so I don't think we can announce that date yet.
Right.
We're not sure, but that's possible. Any other business from the floor? Board. Public comments?
I spoke to the athletics coordinator at the YMCA event. They're going to make that an annual event because they said that the turnout went out really well. And they would like to invite the department back every year.
That sounds good. I heard the attendance was pretty good.
They had 161 people registered for the event, but over 200 actually showed.
Oh, really? That's great. John, how do you feel it went?
I think it went fairly well. I think the highlight for the kids was truck 2 had hooked up to a hydrant and was spraying water, and the kids got to kind of run around and whatever. One kid was even flat on his back, just standing right underneath the water. I think Bob and Pauline got some really good photos, I think, so. That was a big hit from the person I had spoken with down at the Y, so.
Austin Emmons, our support member who was in heat pump here, actually came to attend it. So
Oh, that's nice.
we got a couple of pictures. Yes. Yeah, he's now in
Clinton.
Clinton, yes.
Yeah.
Barb? Did the board do their required membership review under policy 42 that was supposed to have been done and presented at the April commissioners meeting? Just wondered. That's one of those policies that you put a date in and to do that work, and
I believe the department was completing your own.
they did, but that, you have your own policy that requires certain things, and among other policies, you have certain requirements, and just wondered if you ever did it. Anything else? It's a short night. Do we have anything to, for executive session? I don't have, no one has brought it. So, I entertain a motion to adjourn. Jeremy? Mike? All favor? Aye. All right, we're out.